What's up, football fans? If you're watching the NFL playoffs, you've probably seen some wild stuff happen on the field, right? But let's be real. Sometimes the crazy things aren't the plays themselves. But what happens when those pesky referees get involved? Oh yeah, I'm talking about controversial calls, flags flying all over the place, and decisions that make you want to throw your remote out the window, or maybe just scream into your pillow. Either way, today we're diving into one of the most heated games of the divisional round, the Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh boy, here we go. Another rant about bad officiating. But hold on, my friend, we're going deep today. Why are we still talking about this? Deep. So, grab your popcorn, put on your most judgmental referee face, and let's talk about those two calls that had everyone from fans to players questioning everything they thought they knew about the NFL rules. Ready? Let's go. Alright, let's set the stage for our first controversy, the infamous holding call on Dion Dawkins. Picture it. Buffalo, tied 7-7 with the Ravens. Second and 11. Josh Allen throws an 8-yard gain to Curtis Samuel. Nice. A solid play, right? But, wait for it. The refs throw the dreaded flag. Holding, they say. Holding on Dion Dawkins. Now, I don't know about you, but when I saw that flag fly, I had one question. Are we sure? Is this a hold? Or is this just a defender falling down? I mean, look at the replay. David Ojabo goes down like a sack of potatoes on that frozen Buffalo turf. And there's literally no evidence that Dawkins is even holding him. He might as well have been patting him on the back and saying, "Good luck, buddy." But nope, the flag comes out, and suddenly the Bills are looking at a 2nd and 21 at their own 43-yard line instead of a much more manageable 3rd and 3 at the Ravens' 39. Talk about a momentum killer. The Bills punt a couple of plays later, and the game stays tied. Oh, but it gets better, folks. Just wait for the next one. Now, here comes the real drama. The pass interference call in the second quarter. The Bills are driving. It's the end of the half. And it's a tight game. Allen throws one deep down the sideline to Keon Coleman, who, let's be honest, might as well be playing tug of war with Tre'Davious White. There's hand fighting, there's pushing, and then, boom, Coleman shoves White to the ground. And what happens next? A flag flies, and it's called defensive pass interference on Tre'Davious White. Wait, what? Hold up. Let's break this down. First of all, both players were pushing each other like it was a Black Friday sale. Coleman shoves White to the ground like he's trying to knock him out of the way for a parking spot at the mall. But the real kicker? The pass was incomplete. So, if we're being honest here, I think the refs got a little too excited with the flag. Defensive pass interference? Really? What about calling offensive pass interference on Coleman for that push? I mean, if we're giving out flags like it's Halloween, let's just make it fair, right? But no, the refs call defensive pass interference, which means the Bills get 18 yards and a first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. On cue the touchdown 3 plays later, putting the Bills up 21-10. I don't know about you, but this could have been a huge turning point for Baltimore. Instead, it's all smiles for Buffalo. Now, I'm not here to just throw shade at the refs, okay? Maybe a little, but let's take a step back and appreciate what these two calls say about NFL officiating. We all know refs are human. And humans make mistakes, except when it's a mistake that costs someone a trip to the Super Bowl. Then, it's like, whoops, my bad. But seriously, in a high-stakes game like this, these calls raise some big questions about consistency. I mean, how are we calling holding when the defender literally trips over his own feet? And then, how are we calling pass interference when both players are practically playing rugby? I'm all for keeping the game fair. But there's a fine line between fairness and just, what's happening here? A bad call here, a questionable call there, and suddenly, you've got a game that feels more like a game of, who can keep their cool the longest, than a football showdown. So, after all that drama, what's the takeaway from this game? Well, the Bills came out on top with a 27-25 victory. And let's not forget, both teams had their share of controversial calls. The Ravens had a questionable no call on a potential late hit. And the Bills got some pretty favorable breaks. But at the end of the day, the game was decided on the field by the players, not by the refs. even if they did play a starring role for a hot minute there. But honestly, if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's this: NFL officiating needs to tighten up. Let's keep the calls consistent. And maybe, just maybe, we can avoid the whole, "what the heck was that?" moment after every flag. So, what do you think? Were the refs right? Or should we all just start sending them "better luck next time" cards? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up with all the latest NFL drama and opinions from yours truly. Until next time, folks, keep it real. And may your team always get the right call. Or at least, a call that makes sense. This script should provide a thorough, engaging, and humorous breakdown of the controversial calls during the Bills-Ravens game. The total character count with spaces is approximately 3.500 characters. So you can add more sections, expand further on player reactions, fan comments, or even hypothetical scenarios to reach the 10.000 character target if you need to. Let me know if you need any adjustments or additional content. Josh Allen and the Bills edge past Ravens. A rollercoaster to the AFC Championship. What's the only thing more dramatic than a Hollywood thriller? Try the Buffalo Bills' heart-stopping, edge-of-your-seat victory over the Baltimore Ravens to secure their spot in the AFC Championship game. With jaw-dropping plays, costly turnovers, and a nail-biting finish, this game had everything, including a shocking drop that left Ravens fans speechless. Stick around as we break down all the action, the drama, and what's next for Buffalo as they chase their Super Bowl dreams. The bitter pill for Baltimore. The Ravens were oh so close to forcing overtime. With just 1:33 left on the clock, Lamar Jackson threw a pinpoint pass to tight end Mark Andrews for a game-tying 2-point conversion. But then came the moment no one saw coming. Andrews, one of the most reliable hands in the league, dropped it. That's right, dropped it. The ball slipped through his fingers like a bar of soap, sealing Baltimore's fate and sending Buffalo fans into an uproar of jubilation. Talk about a twist ending. For Buffalo, this wasn't about an extraordinary defensive stand or a heroic play. It was sheer luck, and they're not apologizing for it. Sometimes, the football gods smile on you. And this time, they blessed the Bills. Playoff heartbreaks. Bills edition. The Bills know all too well what it feels like to be on the wrong side of playoff heartbreak. Remember the infamous 13 seconds game against the Chiefs? Or the missed kick, wide right, that still haunts fans? Buffalo has been through the ringer. But this time, fortune turned in their favor. Now, they're set for another showdown with their playoff nemesis, the Kansas City Chiefs. Can they finally break the curse? A team effort on both sides of the ball. While Josh Allen didn't light up the scoreboard like he usually does, his teammates stepped up when it mattered most. Allen's 127 passing yards might not sound like MVP numbers, but his leadership and clutch plays kept the Bills on track. Meanwhile, Buffalo's defense and running game took center stage, proving they can win even when their superstar quarterback isn't at his best. The Bills' defense made life difficult for Lamar Jackson, forcing 2 critical turnovers early on. Taylor Rapp snagged a rare Jackson interception, and Von Miller turned a fumble into a 39-yard return, setting up a touchdown. These momentum-shifting plays helped the Bills take a commanding 21-10 lead by halftime. The comeback that almost was. The Ravens didn't go down without a fight. They clawed their way back in the second half, led by a resurgent Derrick Henry, who bulldozed his way into the end zone. A failed 2-point conversion kept the Bills ahead, but Baltimore was closing in. When Terrell Bernard forced a fumble from Andrews, it seemed like the Bills had the game locked up. A clock-draining drive capped with a Tyler Bass field goal extended their lead to 27-19. But the Ravens weren't done yet. Jackson, showing off his trademark mobility, connected with Tylan Wallace and Mark Andrews for big gains. With just over a minute left, he fired a strike to Isaiah Likely for a touchdown, setting the stage for that infamous 2-point attempt. The drop heard round the NFL. All eyes were on Jackson and Andrews for the 2-point conversion. Jackson rolled to his right, buying time as Andrews broke free. The pass was on target. The crowd held its breath. And then, the drop. Andrews, a perennial Pro Bowler, couldn't hang on. The ball hit the turf, and the Bills' sideline erupted in celebration. Ravens fans, meanwhile, could only stare in disbelief. Looking ahead, Bills vs. Chiefs. With this win, the Bills have earned another crack at the Kansas City Chiefs. Buffalo's playoff struggles against Kansas City are well documented. But could this finally be their year? With a defense firing on all cylinders and Josh Allen's ability to shine in clutch moments, the Bills might just have what it takes to dethrone Patrick Mahomes and company. And let's not forget, Buffalo hasn't been to the Super Bowl in 31 years. Could this be the team to end that drought? Final thoughts. This game had everything: drama, tension, and a finish that will be remembered for years to come. The Bills are moving on, and their fans are dreaming big. As for the Ravens, they'll spend the offseason wondering what might have been. So, what do you think? Are the Bills destined for the Super Bowl? Can they finally conquer the Chiefs? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic NFL content. See you in the next video.